Hey all, today we're going to talk about writing a mission statement. It is an essential part of any business and it's important to get it right. So hopefully with these easy steps, you'll be well on your way. Let's get it. Hi, I'm Rico Nasol. I am a creative executive, entrepreneur, and leadership coach. So a lot of people think that writing a mission statement is difficult, but with the right approach and the right steps, it can be pretty easy. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to do that, and maybe we can get you to write your mission statement just in a few minutes. So let's get into it. So first, I want to define why creating a mission statement is even important. A mission statement is foundational. It's why you even exist, why your business even exists in the first place. So this is super crucial to defining your business and making sure that it actually has a vision and direction. There's a difference between a mission statement and a vision statement. So a mission statement is your purpose, and we'll get into that. Vision statement is gonna be a whole different video that we're gonna do later on. And if you don't have this mission statement, this purpose, what's the rallying cry? What are the teams and what's the organization gonna rally behind? And this is the thing that we're going to achieve. This is why we are here. This is why we exist. It's the true north for your business. If you want to know what your real North Star is, you should always be able to point to that mission statement. And with that mission statement, each employee in the business should be able to explain it. They should, one, know what it is, and then two, they should be able to articulate what that true North Star, what that mission statement is. If they can't explain it and they can't talk about where you're going as a business, then you need to rethink what you're working on, because this is foundational. It's really important. It's like driving a boat or steering this giant ship without a rudder. If you don't have the thing that's going to direct you and give everybody the alignment in the same vision and the same direction, marching in the same direction, then you might as well not have a steering wheel or not have a rudder on your boat. So I'm going to use an example that's near and dear to my heart. It's going to be my old stomping grounds. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix is to entertain the world. And we'll use this entertain the world to explain the components of a mission statement. And that seems pretty simple, but we'll explain the components, and then we're going to go down a checklist that you can use to make sure that your mission statement is meeting all the goals it should meet. So let's start to break down Netflix's. First, it should start with a verb, a present tense verb. So you're actually doing something. So in this case for Netflix, it's to entertain. But not only is it functional in the verb that it's present tense, it's also explaining. So not only is it a verb we entertain the world, but it explains what you do. You're actually wanting to entertain people. And then the second case is whom. Who is your audience? Whom are you doing this for? And it's the world. We're trying to entertain the world. And so what is the benefit to that world? Well, to entertain the world. So it's a pretty simple idea, pretty simple but effective mission statement. So it seems really easy to write, right? I entertain the world. That's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, but we'll get into more of the nuance, and then maybe it'll help you understand why it's not that easy, but it's great. So the first thing is it should be original, right? So the mission statement you can think of as this is a weird analogy, but you can think about it this way. Think about it as the middle child. It's often overlooked. You don't walk around, at Netflix, we don't walk around and say, hey, we're here to entertain the world. We're here to entertain the world. It's one of those things that you just kind of know, you don't really talk about a lot. But just like the middle child, that mission statement is actually the glue that holds the siblings together, right? It's the thing that everyone can get behind, and everybody understands that we are trying to do together as a whole, is we're all trying to entertain the world. It's also what set us apart from competitors, right? I'm not sure what else's mission statements were, but I know they weren't entertain the world, and that was really a rallying cry that we used. And one thing that helped at Netflix is if whatever you are working on didn't ladder up to this idea of entertaining the world, you should really question why you were working on that. That's another great thing, is this mission statement provides a lens for all your teams, your entire organization, to look at their work through. And the second part, it's foundational. So, it's not something you want to change all the time, right? You might freshen it up every 5 to 10 years. If you're changing it every year, that's a whole nother problem you have. That means product market fit is just your business model is probably off if you're constantly changing why you exist. So it's pretty foundational, and it should sustain over time, and it should really be your North Star, and your North Star doesn't really change. And it is the guiding light, the guiding purpose for your team. So like this should be a foundational thing within the framework of your organization. The other thing that it needs to do is connect with the team, right? Like your team, it has to be something your team wakes up in the morning, they get up and they know why they're coming to work. They know their purpose. Like when I would get up at Netflix, I knew I was there to entertain the world. Like what other place has a global platform that can tell global stories where someone in Brazil can learn about somebody in Africa who can then learn about somebody in Thailand? Like there's no other entertainment platform that can tell these global stories. So like I really bought into the idea, and still do, even though I'm not there, that we are here to entertain the world. And it should be something that's like powerful, memorable. To me, it's memorable and really concise to really laser focus me into what the goals of our team and organization were to do. And if it's not powerful enough to do that, if like people aren't like excited by saying, I'm going to go do this, entertain the world, then like maybe reconsider. It should be powerful. It should be visceral. It should be exciting, inspiring, motivating. I know it's hard to do in like 5 words, but that's what it needs to do. And the final test is the t-shirt size. And I'm not saying like small, medium, large, how you t-shirt size like projects. This is more like, will it fit on a t-shirt? So like some people have like these long mission statements. They're like to inspire the world, to change things that are then impacted by this thing by doing like, it's like a paragraph. It's more of a mission paragraph. That's not a mission statement. That's like a mission paragraph. Your mission statement should fit on a t-shirt, one, and that t-shirt should be proudly worn by your team. So like that's the test. Is it short enough and concise enough to fit on a t-shirt? And are your employees and team members proud enough to wear it in public and walk around and say like, I am proud, like this is what my company does. We entertain the world. So yeah, that's heavy, but like this is what a mission statement needs to do. What are the steps you can take to go write one? Well, you shouldn't do it in a vacuum, that's for sure. It can be hard if you're trying to do it yourself. Get thoughts from your organization, perhaps put together like a leadership committee or a small group that's actually championing this. You can do some research. You can have like a brainstorm, like what are all the words and things that like relate to our company, do surveys, things like that. You can do card sorts and like what are the words that come out of that. And then maybe there's somebody, a writer at your company, 5 or 6 different versions that you then, the leadership team or whoever, can whittle this down. And then either like as a leadership group you decide, or maybe you put out a survey. There's ways to get at it, but you make the decision relatively quickly. And like I'm a huge fan of like not too many chefs in the kitchen. Make sure you have a tight group that's actually making this decision. Hopefully this is like a simple process that's not too difficult, and hopefully you won't go in so many different directions. It really has to be core to your business, and unless your business does like 50 different things, like it should really be core to your business. Even if it is doing 50 different things, there has to be an idea that ties it together. Even Airbnb has a good one, Belong Anywhere. Like that's a great one, even though they do lots of things. Spend some time on it, be intentional about it, prioritize it. If you don't have one now, it's going to be important for your current employees and the employees to come, and just for people to understand your business really quickly and what you do. So with that, hopefully you can write yours soon. If you need some help, definitely you can leave some comments below. You can DM me. If you like this video, subscribe if you want more content like this, and happy writing. I will see you next time.